Hey, what's up guys? It's David with How to Beast, and in this video I just want to quickly review 5 underused techniques you can use right now to start getting a stronger bench press. So before I jump into these techniques, I think it's absolutely vital that everybody makes sure that they have the basics down of the bench press. If your basic form is wrong, it doesn't matter how many techniques you use or what you do, you're going to have a certain limit to your bench pressing strength, and you're also going to be putting your shoulders at risk of injury. So the main two things that come into play for your basic bench press form are getting your shoulder blades back. Your shoulder blade should be your main point of contact with the bench. Your back shouldn't be flat. Your shoulder blade should be about here. So your bench press is from here to here as opposed to coming fully rounded at the top. So aside from that, and I'll link an article below that goes more into details about the basics of bench pressing. Aside from that, the other thing you're going to make sure is that when you're bench pressing, your elbow stays below your wrist. So it shouldn't come out like this, and it shouldn't come in like this. You should be going straight here so that this, if my bench press was vertical, this stays in line with this. You know, if you're looking at it this way, it's not like this, it's not like this. Straight the whole time. So once you have those two things in line, here are 5 techniques you can use on top of that to improve your bench press. The first one is leg drive, and this is basically turning the bench press into a full body movement, which is meant to be, and using your legs to create a more stable base, and also generate some more force for your bench press. So to do this, you want to bring your legs and your feet back as far as you can while keeping them flat. This will create a natural arch in your lower and upper back and really maintain tightness in your back as you bench press. Watch the short clip of me doing it to see what I'm talking about. After I've set my shoulder blades back on the bench, next thing I'm going to do is position my feet so they're as far back as they can go while keeping them flat. This is going to allow me to create a natural arch in my lower back and also optimally flex my quadriceps. So what I'm doing now during the rep is I'm pushing my feet down into the ground and forward as if I was trying to slide myself off of the back of the bench. Because of the weight on top of me, it's not going to let that happen, and it's just going to create more tension in my lower and upper back, which is going to create that stable base and allow me to move as much weight as possible. Alright, the second technique you should be using is to really squeeze the bar with your hands. You want to try to feel like you're trying to crush the bar inside of your grip. This is going to ensure that you have straight wrists, which will prevent injury, but it's also going to help you fully contract your arms, your triceps, your chest, and your lats to again create a more stable base, which is going to let you bench press more weight. The third technique you can use right now is to find the proper starting position with the bar. So when you unrack the bar, you can have it too high up here where it's going to be awkward, it's going to put your shoulders at risk. You can also have it too far down here where you're not going to be able to move optimal weight. Here's a short clip showing you a simple way to find the right starting position. But in short, you want to find a position that starts at the top where the bar feels weightless to you and it just sits there naturally. To find the sweet spot, unrack an empty bar. First hold it over above your head, then down by your waist, both where it's going to feel uncomfortable. Then play around with it in the middle until it's somewhere right over your chest where it feels essentially weightless. This will be your most powerful spot. The fourth technique you can use right now is to take bigger breaths. Every time at the top of your repetition, you should take a full deep breath that really fills everything from your chest to your stomach up with air. And what this is going to do for you is it's going to allow you to fully bring your shoulder blades back and expand your chest cavity, as well as contract your core by breathing into your stomach. Alright, the fifth and last technique you can use right now is to do what you call pause reps. And that's pausing at the bottom of the motion while maintaining tension on your chest. And this is going to build up power and explosiveness outside of the bottom of the repetition. Here's a short video of me doing pause reps to demonstrate this fact. And to do a set of pause rep bench presses, simply place a somewhat light weight on the bar and then start by doing your regular bench press. However, pause at the very bottom of the rep, just over your chest. Don't let the bar rest on your chest, but let that tension remain in your chest at the bottom. Pause for 1 to 3 seconds and then explode up as quickly as you can. This is going to build power out of the bottom of the bench press where most of us get stuck and what prevents us from moving up in the weight. You can either do these one day instead of doing bench press, or you can just do a set of pause reps at the end of a regular bench press day, which is what I prefer to do. That's all I got for you guys today. Stay beastly.